My brother, who would have thought after all these years? I know that we've had you in the studio for your comedy shows, when you've come to Houston, but now I get to interview you legitimately for like a TV show, like a TV project. This is great. I'm so proud of you, bro.
Thank you. Yeah. Oh shoot. So from years ago, starting off here in LA and going to Houston. I mean, there's a whole history there.
Well, I mean, if you had that autograph picture that I gave you of me from many years ago, dude, I would give you millions for that. Anyway, when you came to a remote of mine, I love telling that story, brother. So proud of part 3. Now, I love the fact that you've really embraced the acting experience. Cristela, when that was on, of course, I've seen you in various films. Has it lived up to everything that you hoped that it would?
Overall, I mean, as a comic, that's my number one passion. You have your number one passion, and then you have things that you're really good at that you also do. And I think the acting is that for me. I do enjoy it, but it's still not stand up. I love doing it, but again, if I had to choose one, I'd choose the one that they took away from me, which is stand up. I think it also depends on who you're surrounded with. I think that if you're acting with people that you genuinely like, it's a great experience. And I'm lucky because the show, everybody that's on it, we're all, I got history with Sherry Shepherd, with Jacob Vargas. We go back 20 plus years, and everybody else on the show has just been sweet, just nice. Like, I think if anybody's a problem on the show, it's me. I'm the one that has to apologize at times.
No.
Pongo los moños, dude. I get.
Hey, but I love the fact that on Mr. Iglesias, you guys tackle subjects like bullying, and it's not preaching. You're not preaching to us, but we're get to touch on those subjects. I know that you're executive producer, Big Baller, on the show as well. But is that something that's important for you to include those elements to the program?
I did think it was important to make sure that topics that students deal with, the kids deal with on a regular basis, were talked about. We just needed to make sure that it wasn't preachy, because that's what I was afraid of. I was afraid that people were going to say, "Oh, well, Gabe, your show, now you're changing on us. Now you're being this way. Now you're taking political stances and you're doing this and that." And that's not the case. I just wanted to make sure that there was a place that people would acknowledge the problems and issues that our youth face today, and put some humor behind it to make it easier to listen to, or just be open to.
You've convinced me that you could have been a teacher, brother. Watching this, was that something that you ever thought of doing? Like, and I've never asked you that before. Comedy. What did you want to? What do you want to be when you grow up? What would it have been that for you, Gabriel?
I was offered the chance to be a school teacher. I took a course in high school called exploratory teaching, and we would go to elementary schools, and we'd prepare a lesson plan, and then we'd get like 10 minutes in front of a class, and we'd get to teach that lesson plan. And at the end, the teacher would grade us. The teacher from the classroom would grade us, and she told me, she says, "Listen, I think you're going to be a really great teacher." And I says, "Really?" I go, "I had a horrible lesson plan." And she goes, "No, I agree. Your lesson plan sucked." She goes, "But you were able to do something the other students in your class weren't able to do in front of those kids." And I said, "Well, what's that?" She goes, "You were able to get their attention. When you walked into the room, you commanded attention. They could not stop looking at you. And here's the secret. If you can get their attention, you can teach them. It doesn't matter how good your lesson plan is if they're ignoring you, or if they're playing with their fingers, or they're just off in space." She goes, "You got to get their attention, and then you can guide them." And so next thing I knew, I had a full scholarship offered to me in the Long Beach Unified School District, also because I was bilingual, so that was the hook right there. And they wanted me to come back and be a school teacher. And fate stepped in the way, and 20 some odd years later, we're here talking about what if, but I'm playing a teacher now on TV.
Gabriel, I love you, man, and thank you, Mama. Just say bye. And
God bless you, mijo. Take care. Be careful out there.
Yeah, I'm staying safe.
We don't leave the house.
I wear my mask and I save my toilet paper, so I'm good.
Good. Yeah, we recycle. All right, brother. Cochino. Later, man.
Hey, you can use a little cartoncito too, so just so you know.
I love you, brother. All right, see you, dog.
All right, man. Be good.